Mr. Criminal on air live, the most realest and most active podcast on the entire West Coast. Homie, what's popping, homie? How you doing tonight?
Sacra 916, man. Hey, shout out, bro. Big saludos desde el norte del lado, man. And I mean el norte del lado. I really embrace your whole unification of Latinos, and I think that's how we need to move forward. When I was a youngster coming up, bro, like I would, if we put on anything from down in your section, we would get clowned on. Just it was a program, and I want to say that it is a program. It's an enslavement system. This country for hundreds of years has found ways to enslave those that they've taken land from. And we need to start breaking those barriers down. Like that camarada in New Jersey, you know what I mean? That camarada from New Jersey hit it on point. And he kind of talked about how he evolved from back in the day, to seeing people fall victim to prison sentences, to being killed and whatnot. And, one of my first awakenings was seeing a northerner murder another northerner, you know what I mean? And so I really support your shit, Crims. You know what I mean? The whole familia, and you represent fatherhood, you represent familia, and that's what we back. You know what I mean? That's what we support.
Damn,
up here.
that's deep.
And it's big saludos, bro. Abrazos.
You know what? I appreciate that, and I'm gonna speak on some real shit right now. So most of my homeboys I grew up with, right? By the way, this is the first time I've ever spoke to anybody from your section on my show, and this is going a positive direction. And I'm gonna say something to all the net beggars and people that will have opinions of this afterwards or whatever. I really don't care, right? These are two men speaking, right? And we're both speaking with respect to one another. There's no disrespect. We both have points of views of life. We both grew up from different tracks, right? But I will say this. Some of my most wicked homies from my neighborhood, my homeboy Droopy from my barrio, my homeboy Baby Huey from my neighborhood, homies that are respected through and throughout the system, through and through everywhere, have always said, there's been moments where we had no choice but to talk to these cats. There's been moments where we had no choice but to deal with certain dealings with these cats. So some people don't understand, to advance in life and to elevate, you have no choice but to speak to other tribes, right? So I think that it's an important moment for these moments to speak. It's like two tribes meeting in a mutual zone right now. We're on the internet. You're where you're at comfortably. I'm where I'm at comfortably. But it's like we met in a neutral zone in the middle of a marsh, homie. And it's like, what do we do? Do we pull out our spears and chuck them at each other, or do we sit here and say, how do we build, homie? Can we understand one another through conversation? Can we have a dialect and move past on our past? And I think that's where we're at in life, homie. So salute to you as well, homie. Gracias for calling in.
Al millón, bro. That's it. That's todo. You know what I mean?
Hell
it's
yeah.
like the tribal, like, especially in America, when you have a grid system, north, south, east, west, they're easily able to break up our neighborhoods. And then if they saw how powerful Raza was in Cali, well, they said, oh, let's split it. Let's have a program run by the state to split this Raza, this force, this land that was taken after if I remember correctly, 1846, the Mexican-American War. And so that all needs to be put in the trash, and we need to keep moving forward as one, like investments. And, bro, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you're Latino. Hey, it's all love, homeboy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed your story when you were coming through Sacra, and you were like, you know what, let's bounce to another gas station, because
it was
these
real.
motherfuckers up here, you know what I mean?
It's real.
And it's guerra that doesn't make sense. There's no end to it. And if we've ever been in a cemetery and had to wear black or experienced the darkness of death in the streets, it's something that, like, who wants to go visit, right? Who wants to go back and pues chambear con el muerte? No es bien, está mal, pues. And you know what I mean? You represent something that is progressive, full. So anyways, bro, it's all love. Abrazos, carnal. Aquí estamos, bro, apoyando. Del norte del lado, del barrio norte, bro.
Hey, homie. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it, homie. God bless you and your family. You have a blessed night, homie. Much love.
Likewise, thank you.
Hell yeah. That's the shit I'm talking about. Now, I respect the program to the max, and I will never talk about things I'm not supposed to talk about, politics, stuff like that, right? That's not what we do here. I spoke about my homeboy's personal situation about certain couple of my homies that say we sometimes spoke to these dudes, right? The program's a program. I'll never go against it, period. But what I heard right now was a man that called, not somebody trying to bang on me. Would you agree, Critical? I didn't hear a man trying to call me and bang on me and try to disrespect me. So when a man comes with respect and tries to speak his mind, I'm not going to hang up on him. If the man was no good or a PC or something like that, or what we consider, I don't want to say the words on here, you know what I'm saying, but a Sounds of Freedom type of cat, you know what I'm talking about? Then that would never be entertained. I would never speak to that gentleman. But right now I didn't see nothing but a brown person calling in, and that's why I'll leave it.